You know, owning a classic car has its ups and downs. This is an example of a down. It could have been way worse. Luckily, it was just a fuel level indicator malfunction. I thought I had more gas than I did, but it's still a terrible experience to go through, especially in this record heat. And there wasn't a whole lot of patient people out there for me either. Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on Pepper again, and this time we're going to be working on her air conditioning. The air conditioning has never worked since I've purchased this car, and one of the biggest issues I believe was because there was a huge kink in the low pressure line that runs the length of the vehicle. So I purchased a new pipe a few months ago from Porsche at an extreme Porsche tax, and I'm ready to put it in. Thanks to Bruce, a few months ago, he drained the refrigerant out of the car, so I'm prepared to take it all apart and put some new pieces in, get it back together so that when Bruce comes over tomorrow, we can recharge it and I can finally have AC in this car. Let's fix it. And replace the O-rings inside, and I bought a kit for that, so it should help me with that endeavor. All right, so we're gonna use the quick jacks here and get this thing up. Let's do it. While we watch Yogi put the quick jacks in place and get the car up in the air, I thought this would be a good time to give you an update on where we are with this project. This project's been going on for a long time, it seems, and we're approaching the finish line. All we have left to do is to get the air conditioning resolved, fix the passenger door. I believe that the hinges sleeves have corroded away and there's a lot of slop in the door. And then we can have it wrapped and I can repair those scuffed up wheels. So once we have it wrapped and we have the wheels repaired and I fix that door, then we've reached the end, and then I can finally share with my viewers the total cost all in to fix this car. This is the area that I'll be working on, not over there. So let's put that right there. And now I have access to all this and this wheel well. I gotta take this tire off. We'll be ready to go. All right. Go once there. Okay, so this is where the coolant tubes or the refrigerant tubes come in. Low pressure, and the skinnier one is a high pressure tube. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm wondering how much I gotta get out. I know that this shield's gotta come out. So I'll start with that, start with disconnecting it underneath and see exactly how I'm supposed to get it out. This is a carbon filter, part of the evap system. So I'm gonna try to avoid messing with that. I haven't had much luck with it. All right, let's figure it out. Okay, now that that panel's off, you can see I didn't really need to take the panel off except just to give me room to get to this, because again, this is the low side and this is the reason why I'm replacing it. See that dent right there? If you think that's bad, check this out. Yeah. That one right there is way worse, and you can see by the red X, that thing is doomed. So there's a connector right underneath this panel that I can disconnect it from. You can see it right in there. And then I just gotta snake it through. And that's where it'll connect on the other end. I gotta snake it up, disconnect this. And like I said, this is all drained already. Bruce, TexSquirrel, did that for me about a month ago. And now I'm just getting around to it. I've had other projects to work on. So I'm gonna get an Allen key, pop that loose, go underneath,
and figure out how we're gonna snake it out. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. I may have to disconnect the fuel filler, or at the very least this vent valve here to get it out, because you can see that it goes in right there. So we'll see. All right. This thing is being really stubborn. And I'm trying, you know, really hard not to break it. But I've got to, there it goes. Okay. Got it. That's a good bolt. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, let's keep going. All right, we're just taking these panels off. This long under panel. All right, I'm using an Allen key in the hopes that I make, there we go, a difference, and it did. Power tools for the win. Okay, so now what I want to do is take these clips off that's holding everything together. They're barely hanging on to begin with. Some of these are old, but yeah, look at that kink there. You see? That needed to be done. All right, this one, and then I can just do that. Put that there. All right, there. I wonder what's dripping out of that. You know, some of these O-rings look like they've seen better days. I mean, look at that thing. It's flat. Yeah, okay, so we've got it loose now, and I think I can get it out. It's just a matter of finagling it out of here. Nothing good is ever easy. Okay, there's I think I've got the angle right. I just got to get it around. Oh, babe. I think I'm just gonna cut this pipe. It's damaged anyway, and if I can get it to cut, it'll make it easier to get out. Getting it back in is gonna be a different issue. This is a PVC cutter, but the metal's really thin, and I was able to get it to bite a little bit right there, so I'm going to need to use two hands, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing here to make some progress. So let me see what I can do. I think I can see what I'm doing here. Two hands will get the bite through. One more bite. There we go. Told you. All right, I was able to get it in there. Not sure how I did, but I flexed a few tubes and moved a few things and twisted a few things, but I got it close. You can see that right there. So now I just got to do some more twisting to get it all lined up, and then we can connect it. Yay! I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes, there needs to be an O-ring there. I don't know, I just feel like there should be to really seal it up, you know? There we go. Start bringing it together just like that. Okay, we do that at the top. Okay, get this plug out of here. Way. Here it comes. There. Okay, now I can get the new one in. And you can tell that this is appropriate because you can see that one is smaller than the other. That is for the low pressure line, you see? That. And that basically is a sound deadener, right? I mean, that's gonna help with the vibration. And then this goes like that. And then this pops in. And then tighten it the rest of the way, assuming it's threaded. And and then I want to get it to snap in there like that. Man, it's gonna be great. And I'm pushing into it at the same. Close this up and then put a final torque on it. Okay, so that's in. Now I gotta figure out the torque on that. I think it's probably 22 Newton meters, but I'm gonna get the specs. All right, I was wrong. It's 24 Newton meters, which is, you know, pretty close. I think I'm gonna have, yep, I'm gonna have to counter hold that. All right, let's see if I can counter hold it with this. Yep, I sure can. Torque it, and then I'll tap it back into place. By the way, this is the rubberized undercoating that I put on. Yes, it's not gray, but it's black. And this is the patch job that I did. If this is your first time watching this video or watching any of my videos, thank you for that, first of all. But I patched this up with a donor piece from a wrecked Porsche and welded it back in, and now we're all happy. All right, let me finish this up. I'm gonna put a little bit of lubricant on these grommets to help get them in easier. And that's where they go, right there. And there's 2 of them. And then I might as well do it now. Get these lubed up, because man, they were tough. And this is silicone, so it's pretty harmless. And then I'm gonna do them here, because these were not pleasant to get in and out. Yeah, like that. And then just kind of walk it. And there, they went in pretty darn easy. Barely an inconvenience. Okay, now that the pipe has been reinstalled and I've replaced the O-rings, we're ready to recharge the system. As you can see, I flipped Pepper around, and I have a friend of mine named Bruce. Some of you may know him on the Rennlist forums as TexSquirrel. He's coming by like he did before, where he drained the AC system. Well, now he's gonna recharge it. I've got some UV dye. We'll check it out to see if there's any leaks. And hopefully this thing will come back with a clean bill of health. Then we can move on, and I can use Bruce again on my wagon, and then on my son's girlfriend's car also has AC issues. And during this time of the heat wave, it's very important that people who daily drive have air conditioning in their cars. So it's very nice of Bruce to stick around and take care of the other cars for me. That's really what friends are for. So with that, let's fix it.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
All right, so as part of the flushing of the system, we got to disconnect the hose system off of the compressor and the condensers so that we're not running the flush chemicals through it, just the tubing. Well, we're getting to this point here where we got to take it off from the compressor itself, and we're having trouble counter holding that. So we've got ourselves an official Porsche tool back there. That's Porsche tool 0001, the wooden block, and that should hold it. So we can counter hold and rip that thing off so we can disconnect this. And I think we just have to disconnect it from the condensers in the front, right?
Oh, we can run through the condensers.
Oh, okay.
Just the receiver dryer and the compressor.
Right. Okay. Right. Got it. All right. All right. So we have got the, what did you call that again?
The expansion valve.
The expansion valve here is disconnected. This connector that I put in earlier to when I ran this new pipe, I disconnected it as well. Basically, the goal of this flush is just to flush out the piping, not the compressor or the condensers or the dryer. but I got a new dryer, so we're not gonna really worry about that. So we're just gonna clear out the piping to make sure there's no clogs. And we're gonna do that now, but I need to put something probably here to capture the fluid, as well as on the back where the engine's at to capture the fluid there too. Let's do it.
And I think the other hose will come out here. So I think we're good. I think I know where it's gonna come out anyways.
Wow.
So bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Okay, there's the accumulator. And you know what? We could blow that out with just that can, but we would need the compressor.
That's all you had to do, huh? Is just fill it up.
Hopefully that will.
Oh shit! I didn't have a chance to hold it.
I thought you had it. Sorry. Sorry, made a mess on your
My poor car. It smells like citrus,
Yeah.
like a citronella.
Yeah, it probably is.
That's good for me.
Wanna be carefree lately, just picking up daisies. Got too many clues in
But it got a lot of them.
Yeah, it's clear now.
get untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies.
Want me to hold this?
Actually, that needs to turn.
Okay. Oh, that's the turny part.
Well, now the other's turning too, but I was just trying to be gentle with this tube until it was a little looser.
That's got a tiny little O-ring too. We're gonna be O-ringing it all day. Yeah, don't drink this. This is not orange juice, folks. This is what the cleanser, the flush cleared out of the car. Nothing chunky, just looks old. Color of old. So we're replacing all the O-rings, and this is where this kit comes in handy. And I'll put an affiliate link in the description below so that if you are doing an AC flush yourself, you can get the proper O-ring kit. This here, so far so good. They're all matching, so we're good there. And a lot of them, like here, you can see, this one here got flattened and pinched. So all of these are points of failure where your refrigerant can come out. So that's good. We're taking care of this now. Okay, so now that we've closed the system up, now we're gonna do a vacuum test to test for leaks. We put O-rings in all of these, new O-rings here, new O-rings in the back, and then we'll use the new dryer once we run a vacuum test, because more than likely there's still some of that solvent running through the system and we don't wanna contaminate the new dryer. So Bruce is now connecting his contraption there to start the vacuum test. Something's coming out. I can see vapor. Yeah. So we're looking at the blue dial, right?
Right, mainly, I mean, this one is, you can tell it's a vacuum. So we're looking there mainly at the blue dial so that you can see the numbers. Hopefully it'll go down to 30. Or close.
Good there. 9.
So it's got a vacuum on it now.
Okay.
So let's see if it holds it.
What's the usual wait time for that, Bruce?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. Good. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. There's low.
Yep.
There's high. It stay.
Nothing moved.
Nothing at all. All right. Okay. So we're good.
We're good.
It holds. But now we need to replace the receiver dryer.
Yes.
And then vacuum again.
Yes. So we've got the receiver dryer replacement in this spot. We've already replaced the O-rings, as you can see maybe down there. So all I gotta do is tighten this back up and then we're ready to recharge it and get some cold air and pepper. Cannot wait. All right, let me do this. Oh. 72, 80. It's getting there. Still see it transferring?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Feel it too. And now you should be able to see it.
Yep. Oh, that looks cool. Woo-wee. Sounds so good. I did this. I put this engine together. Yeah, oil shot. Oh yeah, looks the same. But maybe it looked different.
It's a little thicker maybe.
A little bit. All right, so you saw it, man. The AC is back with Pepper. We've got ice cold AC to handle this super hot heat wave that's going on here in the United States. I'm ready to take this car out and drive it around and see what it feels like at high speed. Because obviously, as we all know, when you're driving a car at speed, it's going to run a ton of air through your condensers and allow even more cold air. So we're going to try that here in a second. But I really wanted to thank Bruce again for coming all the way out here to Yogi's Garage to help me out. He took care of not only Pepper, but he looked at Gunther, my wagon, and my son's girlfriend's Sonic that had a problem. Unfortunately, it was a blown compressor, so that's not working. But the wagon I may have some luck with, so we'll check that one out later.
Fix next week. And if not, then I guess I'll be
Filling it up.
more troubleshooting. But looking at it, it looks like it's all coming from below the deep sump.
Well, that's good.
I don't think it's the sump plate. I think it's just the
It's a pretty good leak, man.
yeah.
You can see it. That concrete's really freaking hot.
Yeah. Sorry about the spot.
Oh, no worries, dude. No worries. I got spots all over my driveway from the wagon. And look, that's from the Sonic when it was leaking real bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Real bad. All right, dude, I'll let you get out of here.
Okay.
Oh, this is a great looking car. And this is not lowered, right?
It is lowered. It's got the coilovers.
Coilovers,
but
okay.
I set them pretty much at the what is it? The sport setting.
Yeah.
It's slightly higher than the GT3 setting. It's lower than stock.
Woo. Thanks a lot, Bruce. Appreciate it. You just look out there and see how hot the freaking weather is. It just looks hot. So there's a string in my shot. That's the Pepper. This is the pepper logo. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this video up now. Thanks again, Bruce. You were a big help. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna take this car home, go have a beer, celebrate, get this video together, and now I know I have 2 cars that have good AC. So with that, thanks for watching Yogi's Garage. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's very important. I had a nice boost up to 2,100 subscribers, so thank you for that. Let's keep it going. Thanks for watching Yogi's Garage. We'll see you next time.